Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine this evening. Royal Rough Riders. I corrected myself. It's possible to get it wrong sometimes. But look, you know what I was thinking about? I scroll sometime and watch videos and, get me a good laugh or two or, find out some new information about what's going on. I don't really do too much of it, but I do some of it sometimes. But you know how you be scrolling and you get to find that one video and you be like, oh shoot. And then when you listen to that one video, it calls you out of where you at into the purpose that you're supposed to be, and the spirit inside of you get mad. You be like, I don't want to hear this. But you know you need to hear it, so you keep watching it. You have to come out of yourself to get to where you need to be. You can't remain high, drunk, and promiscuous your entire life. Well, you can if you want to, but you're really taking a great gamble on your health, on your wealth, on your prosperity, on your peace, to say the least. You can do it, but you're really wasting your time. I've seen so many people not truly belong. They're just still, being herded along with the herd of people that have not found their place, have found that one. It's always going to be somebody beautiful, more handsome, richer, um, more smarter than the person you may be with. But if you find it peaceful and you guys love one to another, I say keep with it. But if it ain't bringing you no peace, y'all arguing and tripping, and y'all both don't have no control over y'all lives, y'all both drinking and smoking uncontrolled, you're just, you have to really do some deep thinking and figure out what you're going to do with your life. It's your choice. You can go along with the herd, or you can go off into your own area and do what you know you need to do to leave the legacy that you want to leave. Like I said, that one video that, calls you into your purpose, and the spirit inside of you gets so upset. You don't know what I'm talking about. You be like, what? What he say? What she say? You know good and well you need to hear that. But that spirit does not want you to hear that, because it's bringing you out of the darkness into the marvelous light that God intended you to be. It's kind of like a rebirth. Like when you get ready to do the work in your life, it's kind of like being born again. I know the Bible speaks of being born again, not naturally like coming out of our mother's womb born again, but to take a new look at life, a new way of life, a new mindset, so that we can get what we originally were supposed to get, you know, to become enlightened. First you have to be enlightened for who you are before you can see everybody else. Once you enlighten yourself to self, you can see everybody else. Okay, you can see everybody else. But like I said, why, the inner you gets upset, and the spirit that possesses you, it don't like the message because it summons the real you. That spirit that's in you, we all have them, or we all had them. You don't want to hear nothing nobody got to say. You got it, but let me tell you something about not doing what you know is right for you. And you knowing that spirit, that's possessing you, don't want you to hear that, because it has to find a new place to stay. You're going to evict that spirit. That spirit don't want to leave. That's why you don't want to listen. It don't have nothing to do with you per se. It just possesses you, and it want to stay. It want to stay right there in your body and run your life, run you down, break you down. And then when they get tired of you, they're going to find somewhere else to ride. See, why do you think that people have sex with all different types of people? That's a problem too, because not only, no matter how you finesse somebody or how they finesse you, or excuse me, baby, how many people you sleep with, you have brought something and you have caught something. And I'm not just talking about STD, I'm talking about a spirit. You brought a spirit and you caught a spirit. Okay? You brought a spirit and you caught a spirit. So you done mess with 13 women, you done caught 13 spirits plus the spirits they done caught. And it's just like, oh Lord Jesus, then you get to the point where you don't understand and know you all mixed up. Next thing you know, you be like, how did I get here? Like that song she said. What did that song go? How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Look, how did you get here? Spirit, how did you get here? You don't know how all that stuff happened. You doing all these different things. But anyway, let me get back on track, okay? And so if you evict the spirit, it needs a new place to stay. And what happens is, if that word that's being given to you, that's moving you, gets in you, you're going to lose the appetite for all the things that you used to do. All them spirits going to be evicted. The spirit of lust, the spirit of envy, jealousy, strife. All of them spirits. Spirit of perversion. You evicted everybody. And all them spirits don't want to go nowhere, because you're going to lose your appetite from all them non-productive things. And people can't leech off of you no more. Sometimes people don't want you to stop drinking and smoking, because they smoking your stuff and drinking your stuff. They ain't got to buy it as long as you buying it. So yeah, they're going to get upset when you get off of it, because now they're going to have to buy it for themselves. Or you ain't going to be in the mindset where they can play you no more. Because you know, when we smoking, we get real relaxed and we not thinking as clearly as we should. We feeling good, for real though. And when you drinking, you ain't thinking. You're just not. You're not thinking clearly. So, and I'm talking about, people can do what you call that casual drinking. You can have a little glass of wine or a shot or two of Cavassier or Grand Marnier. I'm not telling you to drink. I'm telling you to think. Think about the levels of what you're doing something. It's good to do everything in moderation. Even a good thing can be a bad thing if it's done too much. Okay. Anyway, let me get back to it. So the people won't be able to leech off of you no more. And the thing about it is that a lot of people have never sold back into you. And if they did, you know how the people that don't never sow into you. Use, oh, that's my homeboy, that's my homegirl, that's my cousin, that's my brother, my sister, my mother. And then when they do sow into you, they're like, you remember you owe me. How the hell somebody owe you and you ain't never sold into nobody, and then when you do so, you talking about I owe, but you ain't never paid me back, so how I owe you and you ain't never paid me? Make it make sense. But anyway, see, when they say, you owe me, it's knowing that you have given them more than they have given you, but that's to keep you locked in. You owe me. How the hell I owe you and you ain't never paid me nothing that you owe me, which I never told you owed me, but you ain't never give nobody nothing. Now you think somebody owe you everything? That's to keep you locked in. See, they might even get you locked up. See, that's what I'm saying. Real friends, people that really love you, will stop you from doing things that you're not supposed to do. They will not promote you to go out there and have sex. And they will not promote you to go out there and over drink, over smoke, because you can get into a situation. So, it's like this. I've drank in my life, but I'm not a drinker. Oh, this just tastes horrible. But I've drank in my time. here and there. And I smoke too in my time, but I don't do that no more because that keep you off guard. It just you're not totally yourself when you smoke and drink, over smoke and over drink. You don't think. And then you'll end up probably having sex with somebody that you shouldn't have sex with. And you might contract something that you might not even remember who you contracted from. That's why you have to put on the full armor of God. God tell you to be sober-minded. See, because he know when you're not sober, those spirits come in. They're going to waltz right in because you're not on guard. You just, a house that they can go and occupy and have you to do all the things that you shouldn't do, and you end up paying the price for what you did. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.